Hello guys, I wanted to do this video. I'm not going to start deviating from what I usually do, which is cooking. I just wanted to do this because this is something I'm also interested in, and I watch a lot of it on YouTube, mostly to get tips as well. I'm going to start with this. It's Fashion Idol 101 by Sleek. So this is the first time I'm getting this. I'm for reviews about it, and I found a couple, and the one I found, actually, the girl had a different pack. She had a blue pack, so I'm hoping maybe this is better. It also promises here reduced tangling and shedding. So if I do this, I'm gonna come back again with a second video just to tell you about what I've experienced with the hair. And with that video I'll try and do it like in a month, so every week I'll basically talk about it and then put it all together. So I've gotten 4 packs of this Fashion Idol. We'll just take it out and see how it looks like. Okay, I've taken it out and it's come in 2 bundles. It looks reasonable enough. Also, this Fashion Idol is $5.99, and I got this Desire, and its length 18 inch, sorry, and my color is 1B. Okay, so I've done my hair and I'm gonna do the weave. Because I don't show my face in my cooking videos, I'm also not going to show my face with this. It's going to be a bit strange, a hair review without you actually seeing it on my hair, but I'm just hoping just me talking about it will help. The reason why I wanted to do this video is I am not one to actually buy natural hair, and what I mean by that is the most expensive ones, the Brazilians and so on. I usually just get a good human hair. I really like Milky Way and so on. Last time I got a cheap hair, I've forgotten that name, and it was a Desire as well. It was this sort of a hair because I always prefer curly to straight. That's just what I like. And I had it for like 4 weeks and the hair was just so good. I was making a joke telling my friend that I must have gotten the pack, that they made a mistake and gave me actual good hair, because I was just amazed by the cheap hair, how long it lasted. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to talk about was a wig I got. This wig is it's by Xpression, and it's handmade, 100% synthetic fiber, breathable wig, Cleopatra. Again, this is Clarity and it's 1B. I show you by Xpression. Okay, I'm using my lamp to do this, and this is the wig. This was much longer. I've cut off about 4 inches of it, and I didn't do that because they were going all, horrible. I did it because it was really thin towards the end, and I didn't really like that because it just stood out. And I've worn this wig now I've worn it a different couple of times, like the first time maybe for about 4 weeks, and obviously when I get home I take it off. But it's a good hair. I mean, really, really good. I didn't expect it at all. And also, let me just tell you, I have cut this off. I have that comb, the blade comb, I don't know what it's called. I've used it just to cut it off. I show you the wig. This is the front bit, that, what's this called? A closure, or I don't know what this is called. But it comes all the way to the back. This is where it stops, right here. And you can see all the way here. It has a fringe. Basically, I just wanted to talk about the hair. This is so good. It really is. And this is the heat appliance that I've been using on the hair. And I generally use it every morning. I will use it, just to comb through it, really. It doesn't tangle. I mean, it tangles, but a reasonable amount of tangling. I go out with this comb in my bag, and every now and again I'll comb it through. If I can stand anywhere and comb my hair, then really the tangling isn't that bad. This is just the Remington, and it's the multi-purpose one, comes with different heads. This wig is $39.99. And also something I did with this wig, which is again something else that prompted me to do this review, was actually I'm not going to call this a review. I'm just going to, just talking about it, because review would tend to make me want to do more and so on. After I wore this wig for about 3-4 weeks, I wanted it to look different. So that's when I cut off that end, and I bought that comb blade thing, and I did all this. And then that's when I got the cheap hair, the other hair I was talking about. I've forgotten the name, but it was Desire, this kind of style. 1B, and it was considerably long as well. It was 18 inches maybe. And I sewed it onto the wig. So I went in and I did it all the way. It came up to about here. I remember towards the end of the weeks that I had it on, like 3 weeks, there was still this bit that I didn't have hair on. That's because I had now used 2 packs of hair, and it was getting a bit heavy, so I just didn't want to add any more. But I wasn't bothered at all, because I didn't really put it on for the thinning effect of it, because I don't think it really was that thinning. Well, if it does, if it's windy, I guess the wind blows, you would sort of see something, maybe, I don't know. But I got it just for it to look different. And I wish I had done the review back then, when I had put on that extra hair on the wig. It looked so good, and because you generally don't see wigs in 18 or 20 inches long, when I had it on, no one knew it was a wig. Everyone thought I had weaved my hair on. And, that's just so good, because, and again, because this is curly and this is straight, you'd think, oh my god, that is not going to work. But it worked so well, because when the curly went in all the way up here, and I had this, basically you would just see the straightness here, and then the curly started, because this sort of twined into the curliness of it, and every time you comb it through, it just goes with the other swirl that you have with the added hair that you've put on. And it was just so nice. Really, I should have had shown you for you to understand what I mean. And it's so easy to add the hair on, because you just take it away. It's a bit tricky. I was trying to find the end to show you, but basically these what do you call them, these wefts that you can see, you just find where it begins, and that's where you start sewing the hair on. And if you can see this elastic sort of a thing, this elastic, you have a few of them that run through the cap, and that's where I would always do the sewing in. So I'm not really sewing it in as a weave, I'm just sewing it into the points that are really thick, like the elastic bits. And also I do cut the wefts, because I wouldn't advise you to just, bend them over, because it's a wig. You don't want it to be so bulky, and I cut them anyway. It was again cheap hair, so I wasn't really, losing out on much. And it was just so good. And what I use on all my weave-ons or this wig is this Argan oil, and this is Gloss and Shine Mist. It's £3.79. But the sunlight is really bad. £3.79. And that's all. I don't put oil or anything else. Basically, this is all I put on the hair. I also use the detangling. This is it. The Ouchless Detangler, Dark and Lovely. This is £2.29. And that's all I use on it. If I think, oh, it's, really tangling quite a bit and really fast, I use it, and it does work. It really does work. This is also a tip I got from YouTube. A lady I saw was reviewing wigs. That's what she does on her channel, so many of them. An American lady, and when I heard of that, that time I hadn't gotten the wig yet. I was still thinking about it, and so when I went to get the wig, I got this, and it does absolutely work. And if I can just say, both of them actually, they smell so good, but this smells really nice, you know, so I just love the smell. And I don't use a lot, maybe about 5-6 sprays, and yeah, it's really nice. Just look at the hair. For what, £40, and I've had it for so long, and I'm still going to keep it, obviously. So sorry you can't see it properly because I'm not using a proper wig head, is that what they call it? So now I'm just turned it over to show you. That's the front bit, what's supposed to be skin like, and these are the bands I was talking about. So when you're sewing in the extra hair, you just try to sew them onto the bands rather than on the wefts of the wig hair itself. It has this comb at the back, and my comb is wearing off a bit, but it's still good. It really clips in well, and if you could get another clip, another comb. I've seen people do that on YouTube as well, add extra combs. And it has these combs as well, these ones that open, clip out and in. So it has 2 of them, and that's all, just these 2 and the comb there. Well, that's it really. I'll just put it on my hand now just to show you. Right. Also, how I wash this hair, because of this skin thing, it's a bit plasticky, so I like to wash it with lukewarm water, or even just slightly hotter, but even that I don't trust it with this. I don't want it to start, you know, getting harder or whatever it could do. So I will basically, with my hand, I will dip it up to where the point is, which is here. And you know, and I swirl it just as they advise. I don't, you know, go in with my fingers to scrunch it up or anything. I just swirl it. And I don't really use baby shampoo. I use those shampoos that I have, and I have to say they are quite strong because I have damaged hair at the moment, so I'm using all these repairing shampoos. But I use a little bit, and I just swirl it in, and I make sure that's all come off. I've never conditioned this hair before. Again, that's another surprise, isn't it? I guess I will try to do it once, but I haven't done it yet, and it's still good. So that's how I wash it. And when I wash it as well, I let it dry. I don't touch it at all, and I will not dare comb it until it's properly dried. This is the combing thing I was talking about. It's $1.99, and I took the blade out, and I put my own blade in there. Well, after I've used the blade it came with once. And if you have a really sharp blade, it's so good. Yeah, so it really works. That's what I used to just do this. And I wasn't really layering it or anything. I was just cutting off the ends, you know, just the really thin bits. So can I just say to anyone who's subscribed to my channel, please, if this comes up on your feed, don't start to be just, you know, annoyed. I am not going to start doing this. I will only do another video just to show how this hair works. That's because I don't, you know, I just want to share with people that these cheap hairs really still do work, and they look nice, and you know, you don't have to really just fork out so much for Brazilian. Even though they last so much, you would in the end be coloring and doing all sorts, buying more even. And also we all know there are so many fake ones out there. I usually have this on my head for about 4 weeks. That's the average time I'd leave them on. But $5.99, you know, times 4, what's that, £24? Am I right? Yeah, something like that. For 4 or 5 weeks, even if you dare more, you know, that's good. So again, we are sticking to the cooking. This was just a one-off, and thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Bye. Okay, just to say this quickly before my video cut. Hello, so I said earlier that the wig was by Xpression. And I've just noticed this. I didn't really look at it before. When you turn it over, it says by J'adore. Now, I would think because maybe this was the only packaging the guy had to give me, because when I bought this wig he did tell me this was the last one, so he had actually taken it off the shelf. So if you're really going to be looking for this, I suggest you would use both names, Xpression and J'adore, and just they would be able to correct you as to really what brand it is. I'm really sorry about that, but thank God I've just noticed it now after I've uploaded my video, so I'm just going to now go and, you know, put this in there. Thank you.